So the other day when I was listening through a lot of new songs I've saved on Spotify this past year, I realized they all share this really similar beat. And listening through some older popular songs, I realized how common this beat actually is and has been for a long time. I mean, on the song APT that I was playing earlier, Bruno Mars literally plays this beat on the music video. So I want to break down how this beat works, explore why it's so popular, and show different variations used on different genres and styles of music, as well as actually making this beat with bass and other instruments at the end. But first, let's start with some history. It's hard to say exactly which song started using this beat, but one popular explanation is that it came from what's known as the Amen break. It's this song by the funk and soul group, the Winstons in the 60s, which later became the most sampled song in music history at over 2,000 times, with the birth of the sampler in 1986. It was used a lot on electronic and hip-hop music, like on Dr. Dre and Ice Cube's O Group, NWA. The Amen break also later became the backbone for the popular electronic music genre, jungle, by combining this beat with reggae bass lines and just other cool background samples. A side tragic story is that the drummer on the song Amen break never received royalties for his contributions to the music, and reportedly died homeless and broke in 2006. It's still used a lot today, but since the 80s and 90s, it's been altered countless times to fit more modern music, like the beat I showed at the start of the video. Now, if we were to move the second kick, which is on the third drum hit, to the seventh drum hit, and remove many extra snare hits in between, we've got this super popular beat from earlier. If we analyze the exact placements of the drum hits, we notice that the beat strikes a really good balance between predictability and tension. So we start off with the first beat with a drum hit, with a kick. So it's super common. And then at the start of the second beat, we go to a snare hit. Again, super common, alternating between kind of the kick and snare hits. But then here, halfway through the second beat, on the third hit of the second beat, we hear an extra kick. So it's a little unexpected. It kind of breaks the pattern we've established thus far of just having a drum hit at the start of every beat. And then when we go to the third beat, we actually skip a drum hit at the start of the beat. So it kind of carries that tension, unexpected tension forward. Because then it's like, oh, what's going to happen now? I thought usually we would be expecting some sort of drum hit at the start of a beat. But then very quickly on the third hit of the third beat, just like on the third hit of the second beat previously, we get a kick. So it's like, kind of brings more expectedness. It's like, okay, we've heard that trick before. Also, it's just nice to not have so much silence. And then finally on the fourth beat, we return to having that snare hit at the start of the beat. So it's like a very comforting feeling of like, wow, we're so back. By comparison, the other really popular 4 on the floor beat is way more predictable, where it just kind of repeats the exact same pattern every single beat. And on the other end of the spectrum, a beat that sounds pretty similar to this Amen break, but is a bit crazier, is what's known as the funky drummer beat, used on popular songs like... Now, the primary reason why this Amen break or Amen break variation is so popular is because of how versatile it is. It repeats itself after every 4 beats, so it fits the standard kind of 4/4 song structure very well, or the 4 beats, 4 bar song structure. So it's easy to just loop and repeat this beat over most songs, especially on earlier hip hop where they just need beats to easily create stuff and rap over. This became an obvious choice. By comparison, on other genres of music, like on waltz, the drum patterns repeat themselves after every 3 beats, so it's not as fitting for most modern music. If you're interested in learning about different cool beat and rhythm patterns used on different popular genres, check out this video where I go through the most common rhythm patterns used on 5 different genres, including hip-hop and reggae. Besides how the beat follows the 4/4 kind of song structure, the beat's simplistic drum hits, just the kick, snare, and cymbals, also makes it great for manipulation to fit the exact song's needs, whether that's through speeding, slowing it down, chopping it up, or just looping it. That's also why on this more pop variation that we're more used to hearing, they take away a lot of the extra snare hits and replace the loud cymbal sound with the more subtle hi-hat sound, so it can be even more flexible and allow more space for more kicks and snares to come in, or to move the kicks and snare sounds around to fit the exact song's needs. So the most common variation of this beat is probably the trap beat version used on countless popular songs like where basically once in a while, in between all the kick and snare hits, they add in these ultra fast, trappy, triplet hi-hat hits to spice it up and make the beat sound more complex. Or occasionally songs take the complete opposite approach and leave just the kick and snare hits and take away all the hi-hat hits for a super bare sound. Or another super common approach is to just take the beat as is and just add extra kick and snare hits here and there for extra flair. The way I think about this beat is that it's like the 1-5-6-4 chord progression used on countless modern Western pop songs. For fun, I'm gonna combine the 1-5-6-4 chord progression with this beat and just see how it sounds, see if it sounds like a typical beat that we would hear today. So I'm gonna start with this beat pattern that we've been talking about, and then adding in some hi-hat trappy triplets. I'm at home right now in Taiwan, so I don't have my usual MIDI controller, so I'm just gonna use my computer keyboard. Let's see how it goes. Next, I'm just gonna add some quick bass. Honestly, already starting to sound like an actual beat, but gonna add some guitars to make it sound more full. Now let's listen to how this beat sounds. Not bad. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And if you guys know any pop songs using this drum pattern with the 1-5-6-4 chord progression, let me know in the comments down below too, because I'm curious myself. I think just seeing how ubiquitous this beat is and how it's been altered time and time again to fit the new songs just shows how the world will never run out of new song ideas, since if we take the same beat in a new context, or just changing it up slightly to fit the new context, there we got a new song. If you're interested in learning about different common tricks used in pop music, check out this video where I go through the most overused melody in pop music. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.